I just learned how to make this really cool chart in Excel. I think it's called a speedometer chart for obvious reasons. Basically, you can change this number in this cell and the needle will fall with the label anywhere along this speedometer. I think it's really cool. I'd like to teach you how to build it from scratch, and I will leave the template then on my website, condensedmba.com, and I'll leave the direct link in the show notes. But I'm going to try to teach you how to build it from scratch, but like I said, I just learned it, so this may be a little rough. Let's go ahead and start a new sheet here. And what I like to do is list out the color scheme I want to use. And then I need a blank space. Now, without going into too much detail, these four need to equal 200, and the blank needs to equal 100. So I like to use 20, I guess I've only used 20, 60, and 20. So we got 200 total. And then for labeling purposes, it's easier if we create a new column with cumulative sum of the cells next to it. And this will make a little more sense, hopefully, in a few seconds here. So we're going to highlight these four and insert what's called a donut chart. Oops, not that type. Donut chart here. Now we're going to format this data series and spin it 270 degrees. I do not know fully why it's 270 degrees, but 270 always puts it so that it falls along the horizon line. And we're going to get rid of this purple and make it no fill. Make this red per our chart up here. We'll make this yellow. And this a darker green. Now, we want to select data and edit these color names to this column names. And the reason we do that is for labeling purposes. So when we right click in here and add data labels, it's going to bring in this column, but we can right click, format data labels, and change it to category name, which is the one next to it, which is what we want. 2080 100, 2080 100. And now we can get rid of this. Now we want to make the needle portion, or the graph, and this will be a regular pie chart. Let's call it needle width and point. Now this is fairly complicated here, and this is a workaround that I created for labeling purposes as well. We're going to make the series name equal the same number as the starting point, and then this will be the cell that we change. We can make this whatever we want. Less than 100, let's make it 85. Let's make the width just 1, and then the ending point is actually a formula that equals the sum of this, or 200 if you just want to write 200, less the sum of the 85 and the 1. And now what we need to do is go in here and select this little square around here and select data. We're going to add another chart. We will make the series name this right here, and again that's for labeling purposes. It will make more sense coming up. And we want the series values to be that. So we click OK, and now we want to move it to 270 if it's not already there, which this is already here. That's the first time it's ever done that for me. And we also want to change chart type to a pie chart. And then this is where it gets kind of difficult. I got to make sure that I double click on not this part, but the pie chart. Or maybe I can just, oops. You just want to get the pie chart. Format data series. It's still making me gray. There we go. When we get the pie chart actually selected, we want to go second axis. Now we got to find these two big chunks of the pie and make them blank. And I see what I did. See how I moved the pie chart a little bit, and that's the only way I was able to grab it. That's where it gets kind of tough. Now we want to grab just that cell and make it black. And see, it now moved it out from the 270, so we want to make it 270. And now add data label, and it's bringing in 1, which is the needle width, but we want to bring in series name. Format data labels. We want series name. Close. Oops. Get rid of the value on that one. And we can delete that. And we can delete just that one. So we leave the 85 here. Now when we change this, it falls where we want it to on this chart. So that's a very quick and dirty explanation. I know that probably was maybe a little confusing, but I will leave this template for the speedometer chart in or on the Condensed MBA website. So I hope this helps. Thanks a lot for watching.